After a quick lunch, we jumped back in our vehicles and headed west. We quickly came across Mashagama Lake Road, which turned out to be less of a road and more of a trail, which was definitely okay by us. Despite the fact that we didn't encounter any others on this 40-kilometer stretch of trail, you could tell that it's very well cared for by the local users and outdoor enthusiasts. Despite it being early in the season, we saw plenty of downed trees that had already been cleared and washouts that had begun to be repaired. As the rain continued, we found ourselves with a long, steep hill climb in front of us. The loose rocks and wet conditions made focus on throttle control important. While we didn't have any issues tackling this obstacle, it provided a welcome challenge to the otherwise calm trail. Alrighty. As we exited the trail, we found ourselves on the Domtar Road. The Domtar is a logging road that runs all the way from Highway 129 to Highway 17. It was once maintained by the logging companies supplying the paper mills in Sault Ste. Marie and Espanola, as well as a sawmill in Searchmont. Since 1/3 of these mills have since closed down, it is no longer maintained by these companies, but by its users and the volunteers. Our goal was to see if it was still passable all the way to Batchewana Bay on the shores of Lake Superior. As we got further down the road and closer to our goal, our hearts began to sink as we encountered more and more washouts and less signs of recent activity. This recent harsh winter and the spring runoff had taken a high toll on this section of road, but we couldn't even begin to imagine what lay ahead of us.
Holy shit.
Good thing we got at least 3 chainsaws.
With no idea what lay down the road, some vehicles low on fuel, daylight dwindling, and the threat of significant rainfall overnight, less than 40 kilometers from our end goal, we were forced to turn back and find an alternative route.